Here's how I make $100,000 every 3 to 4 months with a low ticket digital product. And no, this is not clickbait. I really do make $100,000 with my digital products. And if you're someone who is like, okay, I want to see proof, I want to see receipts, you can go to my Instagram account. I share my income reports and my sales there all the time. Just look at my post. Okay, we are diving right in today. So let's turn this on. Perfect. Okay. So if you're someone who already has your digital product created, but your sales are stuck under $2,000 months or $5,000 months, or you just cannot break past that income plateau, or maybe you've been posting every single day on social media, but nothing is working. This video is for you. You're going to find it so helpful, okay? Because I've been there, and it is extremely frustrating when you feel like you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but it's like it's not working. Your sales just will not move up. And your sales have to not only be repeatable and consistent, but you have to be able to scale those sales in order to scale your income. Okay, so this is going to be extremely helpful for you. So let's talk about what doesn't work, because this is what most people try, and it's important to go over what doesn't work so that you can avoid it, right? So you can save time and headache and trauma and get what you want quicker and easier, okay? This is what most people do. And if you do this, I'm not bashing you. Like, I know all of the gurus right now are telling you to do this exact thing, but this is not what they're doing. And if they are doing this, then they are lying about their income, because it does not work this way. And what I see people do all the time is they're like, open Canva, create a $27 digital product, post 7-second reels on Instagram, and then they're like, and make $10,000. The emphasis here is that if you just create something and you post reels on Instagram, you're gonna magically make money, and it does not work like that at all. Okay, so let me break this down for you so you can see if you're a visual person like me. Let's just say you have a 2% conversion rate. Industry standard is 1 to 2%. That technically means that you need like 11,000 sales just to make $30,000 a month, which means technically you need 50,000 people to your sales page every single month. And that is exhausting, especially if you're like me and you're a mom, very busy mom who is homeschooling and in ministry and basically home cooks every single meal from scratch because it's healthier. Like, no one has time for that. So how in the world do I make $100,000 every 3 to 4 months with one digital product? And if you're like, hold up, Melissa, I follow you on Instagram and you have like 128,000 followers. No wonder you make that much. Pause. I made $100,000 in 4 months with a brand new Instagram account using exactly what it is I'm about to show you. Followers do not equal sales. If they do, all you would have to do is just get followers and you would magically have sales. Followers do not mean anything for your sales. In fact, I know people who have like 10,000 followers and have become a millionaire over and over again because they have a system that actually works in place, which is what I'm about to show you, okay? I do this very strategically, and I call it, this is part of my passive social sales system. Okay, I do this very strategically. Basically, what I have is I have one main digital product, one main offer, and one system that works for me. Okay, I'm here for the passive income. I don't want to be having to fill all these orders all the time or having to manually message people or manually close sales. I like passive systems. And one of the ways that I'm able to post very easily 3 times a day, this is going to come as a huge shocker, but 80% of the content that I post on social media is essentially repurposed from what has already been proven to work for me. Okay? Because it's not about posting more. It's not about doing more. It's about building a system that runs for you, and you do that by just doing what is already proven to work over and over and over again. I know it sounds so boring, but it's what works. Okay, so here's how that system works, and you're going to see also why it works so well so that you can duplicate it and do the same thing. First of all, obviously, you have to have your digital product. Just bear with me and just pretend like this is a digital product. And this is something that you can, it's an evergreen offer. It's something that you can promote all year round. It doesn't change. And for the sake of simplicity, let's just say it's $97. Now, if you're just now starting out and you're not comfortable with $97, that's fine. Go to $27. There's nothing wrong with that $27 pricing. But what happens is they get into your system and they buy this $27 product. Then the next thing that they do is they're going to buy an upsell. This is going to be like a $127 offer and then a $47 offer. And eventually they come in and they buy every single one of your offers. And it totals about $500 total for the funnel. Now, do not get this confused with having multiple offers in your store. This is where I see people do this wrong all the time. Is they'll have like step 1, you buy this product. Step 2, you buy this product. And it just goes on and on and on. And they have like 10 digital products in their store. And here comes Sally, who is like your perfect dream customer, has been looking for your digital product for like the last 6 months. And she comes to your store and she's seeing all of these different things. And now she has decision paralysis. She's confused. She doesn't know what she wants. And instead of taking another 6 months to sit there and figure it out, she's leaving and she's going to Susan next door to you and she's buying her product because she follows this method. She just has one main product. So Sally goes here. She sees one main product. She says, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's say yours is $27. She buys it. Boom. You just made $27. Then immediately after, you offer her an upsell in your system and she grabs it. So she grabs the $127 offer and then the $47 offer and then let's say a $67 offer and then let's do it just goes on and on until eventually she has spent $500 from you. And the way that this works is that you post, yes, this is where social media comes into play. You can use Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. I always say post reels. This may change, but for now, reels still get really good reach for non-followers. Post reels, and you want to keep them 5 to 7 seconds. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Keep them short. And those reels are going to bring in traffic. And that traffic essentially is eyeballs or views to your sales page or your digital product. And then essentially they get into your upsell funnel. And that's how you go from Sally finding you to buying your product because it's exactly what she's been looking for. You made it just for her, not everyone on the planet, not for moms. You made it just for her. And it fits her to a T. And she buys, boom, 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 and spends $500 just like that. Okay, because it's so much easier when you're posting reels and trying to get traffic and trying to get views to one digital product instead of trying to send traffic here and 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 traffic here to all of these different offers. You're spreading your views thinner. Okay, so focus on one main offer to increase those views on that sales page, because for every 100 views that you get, bare minimum, you should be making 1 to 2 sales. Now, my conversion rates are a lot higher, sometimes 4%, and I've had them up in 40% range. So essentially what that means is for every 100 people that view my sales page, 40 people buy. This is how I'm making so many sales every single day. I wake up to a slew of sales before I even get out of bed in the morning because of this right here. Because I'm really good at creating reels, getting those reel views to comment on my reels, get them to view my sales page, and then my sales page sells them. They get into my funnel and then they buy more, like candy, literally. Okay, so this is where a lot of people mess this up because they think that they need to launch a new product every month. Some people teach it this way and it's honestly exhausting. I don't have time to launch a new product or create a new product every month. I want something that's evergreen and will run for me over and over again. Okay, and this means that they're constantly launching something new. They're constantly changing their messaging, their Instagram content to fix this new launch instead of just doing more of what already works. And then they're over creating. Oh, I have to come up with new content for this new offer and this new launch. I'm just reposting 80% of my content and then testing new stuff only 20% of the time. I post content that sounds new, but 80% of it is recycled and repurposed. I'm saying the same thing over and over again, just in different ways, because new people are always watching, and repetition and consistency and simplicity, write that down, simplicity and consistency. This is what sells and what scales. People try to overcomplicate things instead of just keeping it simple. And then I need something new. I need to try something new. And they're not consistent. And when I say consistency, when I say be consistent, I don't mean keep doing what's not working. Obviously, if it's not working, it's not working. You have to keep doing what is working and just do more of it over and over again every day. And because everything leads to this one main product here, my sales system just essentially, it gets stronger because I'm getting more content, more traffic, and more sales without doing more work, without launching, changing my messaging, over creating, none of those things. This is what I call my passive sales system. It's super simple, and that's why it works. It's very easy to repeat it, and that's why it works. That's that consistency. Okay, so it's not about getting, I need to go viral and get more followers. It's about building this system right here that works for you over and over again, so that you can make more money on slow days than what you do working all week now. Because when you have that one main offer and your funnel is optimized for these upsells and it's simple and it's clear, then essentially every time you post content, assuming it's the right content, you can potentially make sales every single day, whether that be $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $100 a day, whatever your goal is that you're working towards. So if this is something that you're like, I need this so that I can actually hit my goal this month before the year's over with, if I can actually make $100,000 and quit my job, and you're tired of guessing what to post to make sales, what to put on your sales page, you're using ChatGPT to write your captions or your sales page. Don't do that, by the way. It's a big no-no. We can all tell that you use ChatGPT. It's so overused. We can all tell. I teach exactly how to do this the correct way, exactly the same way that I do it, that allows me to make $100,000 every 3 to 4 months, soon to be $100,000 every month. I teach you exactly that inside my passive social sales course. I want you to take everything that you can get from me as someone who's been selling digital products for 8 years. I want you to take all of the mistakes that I've learned and that I've experienced and all of the successful moments that I've experienced and learned from. I want you to have that so that you can get what you want quicker and easier, because I wish something like this would have been available and been around when I first started. Because when I first started 8 years ago, there were no courses at all. Now you have, which makes it easier for you, because now I'm literally giving you the system. I'm showing you how it works so that you don't have to guess for years like I did. It's literally, I've already done the hard work for you. Okay, so I'm going to have that passive social sales course linked for you below this video. That way you can easily grab it and plug it and play it and start getting the results that you want quicker and easier. I hope that this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.